So by this time, you are probably wondering, where is Microsoft? We talked about Snowflake, we talked about Google BigQuery, we talked about Amazon Redshift, right? So where is the other top three cloud provider? Microsoft Azure, right? Microsoft was not very strong in the traditional data warehouse field. They don't have a specific data warehouse offering, a product. It provides some general relational database, which is SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. So you probably heard of Microsoft SQL Server. Most of you should already heard about it if you are in the data world. SQL Server is a strong, robust, versatile relational database, but it was designed as a general purpose database. It's not specifically designed for data warehouse. It has many different features that the data warehouse will not even care about, and its fundamental design is different from most data warehouse systems. For this reason, SQL Server is great for general to medium-sized data warehouse. If your data warehouse is less than 1 terabyte, um, you use the general and you are not so critical about the performance. And SQL Server is a great product. Once you graduate, you go to some company. If you go to a small or medium-sized company, chances are they are using some kind of SQL Server as their data warehouse. Very likely it will be so. Um, but of course, SQL Server, as we said, fundamentally it was not designed for data warehouse, so it does not perform so well for large data warehouse or data warehouses with special requirements like refresh or sync up speed or something. Microsoft, of course, is aware of this themselves. When it comes to Azure, when they roll out Azure, they try to build a data ecosystem, and one of the first things they think about is to have this data warehouse set up, right? They of course have a regular SQL Server available, as we discussed in the relational database session. They have the regular SQL Server on Azure. They also have a product called SQL Data Warehouse, which is a product somewhat based on SQL Server, but with data warehouse oriented design. Fundamental designs are different. Um, so with that, if you never heard about SQL Data Warehouse, that's correct because it never went popular. In fact, most of the users using SQL Data Warehouse, they didn't choose it because they like SQL Data Warehouse. They choose it because they choose the Microsoft ecosystem. It's more like I pick Microsoft. So okay, they have a SQL Server Data Warehouse. I will choose that. It's not like I pick some product because of this. I probably pick Microsoft. So right now, Microsoft themselves are not even branding this SQL Data Warehouse. They are branding this as a part of their solution, and they have a different brand name um, around their products, or their data products, right? So that's when you know SQL Data Warehouse didn't was not so popular. If you have a very popular data the product, right? Certainly you don't want to change the name. You can never imagine Microsoft change the name of Word or Excel because they are so popular. Its brand itself is worth $1 million, if not more. But for SQL Server Data Warehouse, didn't do well, so Microsoft tried to merge this into other offering. And what is this other offering? Microsoft is taking two different approaches um, to get into this data warehouse market. The first thing is they are working with third parties, those parties that have a good data warehouse product. And we talked about Snowflake. Microsoft has opened up to Snowflake. Microsoft have the Snowflake built there, and a lot of other data warehouse products. What they are trying to do here is, uh, even though these are third-party tools, as long as their competitors offer them, Microsoft will also offer them, like Snowflake and the Databricks. These are like products, data warehouse product, mature data warehouse products that they will be using, customer will be using. And also, the most important thing, in my opinion, and most interesting thing, in my opinion, is the new Microsoft Oracle alliance. If you go back time to 20 years ago or 10 years ago, Microsoft and Oracle are two fierce competitors against each other, competing on the enterprise application market. So they have a similar product suites fighting against each other. But now, under the external pressure from other data vendors and cloud vendors, these two form an alliance. Microsoft allows Oracle to host their data center in Microsoft data center, and that requires some explanation because in the Oracle's data warehouse product Exadata requires some special hardware that Microsoft does not have because it's an Oracle patent or protected technology, right? So what they are doing right now is they are hosting Oracle's hardware inside Microsoft. So technically, it's a data because those machines still belongs to Oracle, but there will be an Oracle data center inside the Microsoft data center. So this is an interesting alliance, and I would also recommend you guys reading some technical news and business news every day, just for fun, because it's very funny to see how those kind of large companies fighting against each other, then form alliance, then break up, then get back together. It's an interesting story. The other approach Microsoft take is the data lake, which we will talk about in detail in the next session.